Conservative Christians are defending Erika Kirk in regards to her inappropriate text messages with a 15-year-old girl when she was 25 years old. And I should say that I'm surprised, but I'm really not because as a Christian, this is kind of how people behave when this is how the wives behave when their husbands, who are pastors, are caught with young women. They make excuses, they justify it, they victim blame. And that is exactly what is happening here with this Erica Kirk story. Let me recap with a little video for you guys first of what actually happened. I'll recap a TikTok with Baron Coleman's um, review of the video. And then I want to show you someone has made an 11-minute reaction video that's supposed to debunk the fact that this was inappropriate. And I am absolutely livid. My blood is boiling from the amount of Christian influencers who are reposting this video. So first, let me just recap. Let you guys watch this short little video to recap what's going on with these text messages. And then let's listen to this supposedly Christian woman justify why it's completely appropriate for the untouchable widow, Erika Kirk, to be texting a young woman with vile sexual content. They have successfully protected Erica and made her a queen. She is the untouchable widow. Anything you say against her is because you are an evil, horrible person. She officially can do no wrong. And it is so disgusting yet not surprising at the same time, because I expect nothing less from this brand of Christianity. I have a video coming on the fact that Erika Kirk is her Romanian Angels organization was also in the same place that Greg Laurie's organization was, and of course she went to the church where he was a pastor. It's all entangled and it's absolutely disgusting. So let's start with this recap, and then we'll watch the video that all these Christian influencers are reposting and saying, "Gotcha, Candace." Absolutely foul.
Tweeted, "I just want to be somebody's woman crush Wednesday. Is that too much to ask?" That evening, she then tweets, "Thank you at Erika Franski for making my whole week," and she shares.
Do you see what's on the wall on the screen? Are you looking at it?
There's this photo, and the photo is of a gnome, and it says, "I want to be inside your lady garden." Gnome saying,
The indication here is that Erika Franski sent this to her. You just made my week, Erika. I want to be inside your lady garden.
Can somebody let me know when it's appropriate for a 25-year-old to speak like this to a 15-year-old, whether they're male or female? Someone let me know which situation this is appropriate. In which situation would we not be concerned or calling the authorities because this is inappropriate? Tell me. I want to know when it's appropriate to tell a 15-year-old that you want to be in their lady garden. I don't care if you're joking. Someone tell me that.
Know what I'm saying? Now, I'm only 46. I've only had 8 children. I'm familiar with the lady garden. I know what they're called. I know what they are. And I know what it means to be inside one.
Okay, so you guys get the point. Now, let me pull up, because it's actually on an X account and I just didn't want to, I wanted to actually show you all one of the creators. So several people have reposted this. This one right here is exactly the one that I'm talking about. And it has 34,000 views just on this account alone. So let me just pause the video and then I'll share it directly from Twitter. And I will show you guys this video that they are using to justify Erika's behavior is just, when I show you guys this, you are going to be sick to your stomach, I think. I think you'll be sick to your stomach. Because it just makes no sense. All right, you guys can see that. Let me know if you can hear this.
When Erika Kirk was 25 years old, she groomed a 15-year-old girl. Or at least that's what all of her haters across the internet want you to believe. I have spent the last 2 days digging through old Twitter accounts, looking through all of the communications so that I could break everything down for you. All of the accounts that I have seen that are making videos about this topic are intentionally leaving a lot of information out, and that's intentional. So this starts all the way back in 2013. Erika was living in LA. She's dating a basketball player. He's living in Michigan. She actually rents a place to be able to go and visit him in Michigan. She goes to have sushi and happens to meet the people that own the place that she's staying in, meet their granddaughter, but her granddaughter also has a friend with her, which would be 15-year-old Jillian. But first of all, I think it's important to know what type of a teenager Jillian was, what type of content she was posting.
Here it comes. Here it comes. She was a, you know, they go, she was a slut. She was a harlot. She seduced my man. She seduced my pastor husband. You guys already know how this goes in Christian circles. She seduced my man. If she wasn't a wicked woman, a Jezebel with no father, you know, she wouldn't have been doing this, and my husband wouldn't have been caught up. No, baby, your husband made a choice. No, baby, Erika Kirk made a choice. Here it comes, you guys. Like, this is just the beginning. She is going to effectively try and destroy this young woman's reputation so that she can defend Erika Kirk's behavior.
And how Erika is interacting with her, right? So first of all, let's just start with the fact that she seems insanely lost.
She was a lost girl. Look at her text messages. Look at the way she talks. All of that can be true, and she's still 15. Do you see what I'm saying? She was a lost girl. Erika was trying to help her. Yeah, that's what we say about these pastors when some young woman walks into their office and she's a streetwalker or she's a lady of the night, and they go, "Oh, I was trying to help her and she seduced me." Here we like, oh,
girl is engaged in a lot of stuff that she really should not be. She is posting very inappropriate things, giving references to a lot of partying, drinking, MJ use.
And all of this is justification for why a 25-year-old woman can send a message to a 15-year-old girl. I mean, this is what conservative Christian influencers are reposting to say, "Gotcha, Candace. She debunked you." I don't care if this little girl crawled into Erika Kirk's bed. The appropriate response is get out. Yeah? But she's going to proceed. I'm gonna let you guys, we're gonna watch this whole video. I'm sorry for cutting it off so quickly, but it's so disgusting the way that she is painting a picture of this young woman as someone who is lost and inappropriate. And she started this. So let me share something with you guys. In predator world, all we care about is the power dynamic. So if someone has power over another, whether that's through age, whether that's through business, whether that's through their position at work, it doesn't matter. So in this situation, it doesn't matter that the girl is naughty and inappropriate. What matters is that she was 15 and Erika was 25. Let's continue. She is defending Erika Kirk's behavior.
Referencing these types of exchanges with boys and her sexually explicit interactions with them. This tweet here is just one example of multiple that I saw all throughout her feed. You very much get the vibe that this girl does not have a lot of parenting going on in her life. She's being raised by a single mom. And it's very clear that her mom is giving the whole, "I'm a cool mom, I'm your friend."
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a man inappropriately texting your 15-year-old child and some woman gets online and goes, "She's a horrible mom. She's a single mom. She's a horrible mom." Blaming the girl's mother. She wants to be a cool mom for an adult making a decision. Can you guys imagine? Like, I just want you to put yourselves in the shoes of this young, if you have a 15-year-old daughter or a 12-year-old daughter or an 11-year-old daughter, can you imagine someone who is 10 years older than them communicating with them and you going, and someone going, "Well, she said a lot of inappropriate jokes at 11 years old, so she kind of deserves this." You guys.
And not your parent type of vibe. Another thing that became very obvious very quickly is Jillian has massive body image issues and self-esteem issues. She is constantly posting that she is fat. She is posting pictures of very, very sickly, skinny girls, saying that she wishes she looked like that, how beautiful they are, how gorgeous they are.
This is not the flex that she thinks this is. In fact, what she's doing is she's confirming that Erika Kirk preyed on this young girl by highlighting all of the quote unquote deficiencies that this girl has. What she's actually proving is that Erika sought someone out because this is particularly and specifically the kind of girl that predators go after: girls without fathers and girls who have low self-esteem. This is actually their target audience. And again, I will ask, what does this have to do with the price of rice in China? What does it matter that she wanted to lose weight? Every 15-year-old girl that I've ever coached, that I've ever worked with, has wanted to lose, well, not every single one, but a lot of them have wanted to lose weight. That doesn't mean anything. What does that have to do with the fact that a 25-year-old is texting them? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Yet here we are, this Christian, quote unquote, Christian woman is demonizing a 15-year-old girl because her favorite untouchable widow did something wrong.
How she wants to lose weight, things like that. Here's another example of her saying, but why can't I have this, referencing this very sickly, skinny girl's body. On this same post, her friend literally says, I'm actually really okay with my body than having no fat on me whatsoever. And Jillian responds, honestly, wish I could say the same, LOL, but that's great for you though, Jade. And it becomes clear that her body image issues start to latch on to Erika because Erika is modeling at this time. She's coming right off of being Mrs. Arizona. So she's in the pageant world. Obviously, Erika is a beautiful woman. And so she is constantly leaving comments saying how gorgeous Erika is, how pretty she is, how beautiful is, how she wants to look like her. She is constantly reposting her post multiple times throughout the day. It becomes clear that Jillian is having an unhealthy obsession with Erika.
And that can all be true, and you can still not send inappropriate text message. So again, I will ask, what does this have to do with the fact that Erika fixed her fingers to text this young girl? That's nothing, because someone can retweet you, someone can repost you all day, and guess what? You can ignore them. You know who does a good job of this? A lot of singers, a lot of actors, a lot of actresses. I'm sure they have little girls messaging them all the time and reposting them all the time. And guess what? They don't respond to them. They don't. They simply do not respond. That is a choice. As an adult, you have a choice. And the fact that, so this goes back to the video that I just posted yesterday. If you've not seen it, it's a video about the psychological, someone did a psychological breakdown of Erika Kirk's behavior. And what they were saying is that one of the things that they have successfully done is they have infantilized Erika to the point where where everything that she does is seen as something that needs to be protected. And they've done so successfully because now anything that she does, we have people coming out in droves, the conservative Christian movement, and saying that she's right. And everything that she does is good and holy and righteous. She is the untouchable widow. And the reason why this is so dangerous is because for this specific reason right here, this is by no stretch of the imagination, the most disgusting thing that has come out about Erika Kirk. Yet we have this woman and conservative Christians defending her behavior by demonizing a 15-year-old girl. Let's continue listening.
And is kind of stalking her a little bit online.
This girl said Jillian is stalking Erika online. 15-year-olds don't stalk people, okay? They just simply do not. 15-year-olds do not stalk people. They fangirl. As particularly at this time in 2014, we were still in the era of fangirling, where you just flood people with hearts, messages, and all that stuff. But to portray, so they're adultifying Jillian and infantilizing Erika. So she's actually trying to flip the roles here, which is just absolutely disgusting behavior, and Christians are falling for it. So they're flipping it around and saying, this girl's stalking Erika. She was the one who was inappropriate, and Erika was just a victim of this girl. And oh, you guys, I cannot. I'm like, there is a hell for you. There is a hot place in hell, like the levels of hell. There's a hot place in hell for this kind of defense of behavior.
All of the interactions, pretty much 99% of the interactions are started by Jillian, by her either tagging Erika or reposting something of Erika's or commenting on one of her posts.
This is true. Yet, what we know from all of the other videos is that Erika is the one that takes it up a notch. So Jillian will post something innocent and harmless to Erika, like, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. And then Erika will take it up a notch, calling her a dime piece by that car, saying, I want to be in your lady garden. So do you see, like, yes, she's correct. This is a half truth. Again, yet and still, I do not care if this young woman is texting her first. It doesn't matter. As a 25-year-old, you have boundaries. There are rules and regulations to this sort of thing.
Very rarely does Erika ever start an interaction with Jillian. One of the other things that becomes very apparent very quickly is Jillian really likes to take autocorrect mistakes and post them and highlight them on her page because she thinks that they're absolutely hilarious. And she does this with everybody in her life. She does this with her friends. She does this with her own family members. She literally does this with everyone. Here's an example of this with a friend of hers. She said, should have had a blank party. A what? Grad party. Should have had a grad party. Yeah, ha ha ha. Well, that was awkward. So funny. Here's an exchange that she has with her uncle Kevin. He literally says, hey, have your mom call me. She says, okay. We got to think of a good tattoo for my next one. Yes, this girl was able to get a tattoo at 16. Again, not great parenting happening here. And she responds back, I think she's at the neighbor's and most likely doesn't have her phone with her, but she should be home shortly and I'll tell her. And yeah, what are you thinking of getting? Anything blank come to mind?
Okay, can I just tell you that, like, kids in general love a good slip up. They love it. They love the autocorrects. Like, that's what children do. Yet again, and still, it does not matter that she posted that she is still 15 years old. But the Christian, the so-called Christian urge to victimize the perpetrator and demonize the victim is unmatched. It's unmatched. So this woman is posting all of the instances in which this young lady posts Siri or autocorrect messages and using this as an excuse as to why Erika Kirk's behavior is appropriate. As I said, the so-called Christian urge to demonize the victim and justify the perpetrator, like, this, it needs to be studied at this point.
And she literally changes that to anything in mind. She has to correct it because it's an autocorrect. Literally see her reaction, here with the post saying, holy F, awkward moment when in autocorrects to my uncle, holy F. And so, of course, when this happens with Erika, she, of course, posts it. And these are the exchanges that people are absolutely losing their minds over.
Wait a minute. Nobody cares about the fact that she said, give me a sex, and then autocorrect it to sec. What people are talking about is this second line, sex too, but not from you. And I don't bat for the other team just yet. What Erika could have done, let me help you guys, because apparently we have lost all rationale, reason, and morality when it comes to the untouchable widow. The correct response would have been to move on, sec, give me a sec, I'll call you in 5 minutes, and moved on. But no, what did she do? She took it up a notch. I don't bat for the other, like, you didn't have to say that. So this woman is purposefully leaving out the fact that, yeah, these follow-up text messages are actually inappropriate. It's the follow-up. It's not the actual error itself. It's the follow-up.
So she literally says, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex. Wow. She responds, okay, laughing. She says sec, because she's clearly correcting because the autocorrect, messed up her words. So she's correcting it here. She says sex too, but not from you. LOL, because, you're literally a child. And she says, holy shit, laughing emoji. You always make me laugh. And she says, I don't bat for the other team just yet. She's making a joke. Clearly, this is her making a joke out of a very awkward autocorrect text.
And listen, even all she didn't need to make a joke about it. When you're talking to a 15-year-old, you actually don't need to make jokes about it. I would actually be mortified if this happened. I would be mortified and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to text that. This is so wildly inappropriate. I'm so sorry. I will call you in a few. First of all, I wouldn't be texting a 15-year-old without their parent on the thread. I just simply wouldn't be doing that. But I would never. I also, whenever I have to interact with a child, I also carefully type things out so that this sort of thing doesn't happen. Again, it's not the error that people are upset about. People are upset about the fact that you went ahead and doubled down on it. That's what people are frustrated about. Like, be so for real.
Situation, something that every single one of us has experienced. It's very clear that Erika in this exchange is not going out of her way to make sexual comments to a child.
Where did you get that from, sis? It's very clear that she's not going out of her way. Wait a minute. As I've said before, she could have stopped here. Give me a sex. Wow. Okay. Well, sex. All she had to do was stop. But she kept going without this Jillian responding, by the way. And it's 8:50 p.m. So she went ahead and followed up with that. Oh, it's very clear that it's just, oh, I can't, you guys. The way you guys are defending this woman is so disgusting.
This is an autocorrect situation. And again, this is something that Jillian highlights on her page in her content all the time with everybody. Here's another exchange where there's clearly an autocorrect texting situation happening that Jillian thinks is hilarious. Erika literally says, I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight, no alcohol, don't eat a lot of salty foods, you don't want to look bloated. I'm guessing Jillian maybe had like an interview the next day, or she clearly had something going on, and Erika's trying to give her like a pep talk here. Jillian responds, thank you. Erika immediately notices her mistake. I think it's because she thought she was talking to someone else, honestly.
This woman is delusional. She's delusional. So you think that Erika thought she was talking to someone else, although this person, we all know now, that this person had this young woman had a photo shoot the next day. What is going on? What is going on? And she goes, she forgot who she was talking to. Really? Really? She forgot who she was talking to? I'm telling you, like, literally absolute denial of reality. And again, this doesn't surprise me because this is how the women whose husbands are engaged in infidelity with members of their congregation, this is how they respond. They find every little thing to justify why their husband may have been seduced by this Jezebel that has, has controlled their husband, because their husband is supposed to be a man of God but has no self-control. Like, I cannot believe that this is even a video that Christian influencers are reposting as justification. Oh, she forgot who she was talking to. When did she forget? After I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight, no alcohol, or don't eat a lot of salty foods. When did she forget? Uh, Honestly, if I'm thinking in a devious manner, she is testing to see if this girl drinks.
And she said, no alcohol. Really, Erika? Age recognition. Apparently, I haven't had my coffee yet. Like, making a joke about herself, calling herself a dingbat. And she's like, yeah, what the hell, Erika? She said, well, on that bite, again, had to switch it to no. Well, on that note, and then she literally says, damn you, Siri, come on, hashtag the struggle. Literally, she is saying that, like, Siri is not like, she's probably doing talk to text, honestly. Her talk to text is getting all jumbled because it is not working correctly. And she very clearly is pointing out that this conversation is not going how she wants due to autocorrect.
She's all jumbled up. Oh, she's so flustered. I bet she is. Oh, she's so flustered. She can't figure out what to do. Like, I have nothing to say in response to this. You think that the reason why this happened is because Erika Kirk was flustered and couldn't get her words out right? Is that what you're telling me, that this is all okay because Erika Kirk was flustered and she just didn't mean to text this? Stop it. Just stop it. Just be quiet. You were better off not saying anything at all than trying to use mental gymnastics to jump through the hoops of this.
This is the next one that people are freaking out about, and they're freaking out about it as if Erika sent this to her, but she didn't. Jillian is posting this on her own free will, okay? And she just is tagging Erika in this. This is not something that Erika said to her. She literally says, thank you, Erika, for making my whole week. And she posts this meme. I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying? we know that she's obsessed with Erika. She literally has like this girl crush on Erika, right? And so again, she is posting all of this on her own free will. Erika is not saying anything to her in this interaction. This is all Jillian here. This is another one that people are freaking out about. Why did Erika just send me this? A bunch of laughing faces. And she posts this emoji this Valentine's Day. I'm going to touch your butt. Okay, first of all, this is a joke from.
Okay, listen to the justification. Listen to the justification, you guys. This Christian woman is going to justify why it is okay for a 25-year-old to send a 15-year-old a meme that says, I want to touch your butt. Listen to her justify this. And this is how you know these people are crazy.
Finding Nemo, where he's gonna go up and I'm gonna touch the butt. It's the boat, you know, and he touches the boat with his fin to freak his dad out. Anyway, Erika again is not sending this to her that we know of. There's no proof that Erika actually did anything here. This is just Jillian tagging her in something. It looks like trying to get a laugh out of her, trying to get a rise out of her of some kind. But Erika did not start this interaction or send this interaction in any way that we have proof of. This is fully Jillian posting this on her own free will. What we do see from Erika is a whole lot of her trying to build this girl up. Here she says, "Aw, I cherish you. I am so proud of you, sweetheart. Keep on dreaming big, babe. Always there for you, always." Here Erika's trying to hype her up about some type of an opportunity. She says, "Own it." She says, "I'll try. You deserve the opportunity. Everything happens for a reason, and God puts people in your path to help you get to where you need to be. Embrace it. Proud of you." She says, "Thank you." The Sweet 16 birthday gift that people are freaking out about because it was chocolate covered cherries. Yeah, guys, she literally had posted a photo of making chocolate covered strawberries with her friends previously. And so I think Erika just knew that it was something that she liked. It was something easy that she could have sent in the mail for her. And that's why she did that. It's not to be romantic and creepy. The girl just had already expressed that it was something that she liked. And literally, the note that she sends to her for her birthday is the most innocent, platonic, again, trying to encourage her, build her up, build her self-esteem type of exchange. And for her birthday, she says, "Happy Sweet 16, Jillian. Hope you have an incredible day. Beautiful girl. So proud of you." And she says, "Thanks, beauty." So what exactly do I think is happening here? I'm going to go over that in part 2 because this video is getting insanely long. So I will see you in part 2. So when Erika Kirk was 25 years old, she groomed a 15-year-old girl online. Or at least that's what all of her haters on the internet want you to think. But here's what I think actually happened. Go watch part 1 if you haven't already. I break down a lot of their communication and interactions.
Notice how she conveniently left out the text messages where Erika Kirk is commenting on her looks, is on her Instagram, making inappropriate remarks. Notice how she is not talking, and maybe she doesn't know, but Erika scheduled a photo shoot for this girl with a random male photographer without her mother's consent. So there is far more to this story than this woman would like us to believe, but this is what they have to do in order to justify this behavior, because again, the untouchable widow can do no wrong.
In this video, I'm going to go over what my theory is on what was actually happening. Do I think that Erika is a PDF file? Do I think that she was grooming this girl? No, I do not. What I think was actually happening was a mentorship type of relationship. First of all, Erika comes from the pageant world. She was literally Miss Arizona, and this is something that is very common in that world. There's a lot of mentorship type of programs. There's a lot of mentorship charities that they get involved in. There's a lot of big sister, little sister, role model type stuff happening. And I think that Erika very much tried to take this girl under her wing and help to build her up in that way. But let's just look to Jillian herself. She, in fact, has been questioned about the relationship that she had with Erika. She is now an adult. Obviously, she is 10 years removed from this situation, but let's see what she has to say looking back on her relationship with Erika.
That Jillian says that she wasn't trafficked. There was people online who were concerned because Jillian was in Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico was very close to Epstein Island. So people were wondering, is there something that was happening there? Jillian says that she wasn't trafficked.
So just because Jillian says that she wasn't trafficked, many girls are not trafficked and they're still groomed. So this idea that, oh, well, she wasn't trafficked means that Erika didn't do anything wrong. This on the face of it is wrong. Again, we have to be able to, this is where like Christians work my everlasting nerve, because it literally says in the Bible that your yes should be your yes and your no be your no, which means that if I think something is wrong for a 25-year-old male to do, then I must think that it's wrong for a 25-year-old female to do in terms of these sorts of things, right? So if a 25-year-old male is messaging a 15-year-old girl and talking about your skin, your lips, everything's beautiful, that dime piece though, is that appropriate or is it not? There is no, we don't get to blur the lines because she's a female. Is it appropriate for a 25-year-old male to schedule a photography appointment for a 15-year-old girl without parent permission? Is it appropriate or not? So trying to use Miss Nisi's video where she says Jillian says that she wasn't trafficked as an excuse or as a reason why Erika is justified in her behavior it has no relevance. Plenty of girls are groomed without ever being trafficked. That
Okay, Jillian said that she looked up to Erika because she was so beautiful. You know, she was Miss Arizona. She was giving her all of this attention. And Erika felt like a big sister. And these compliments that Erika was giving her felt very validating and it boosted her self esteem. And Jillian hasn't spoken to her in over 10 years. She hasn't really thought about it all that much. Like it's out of sight, out of mind. So she never looked back at this whole friendship she had with Erika as being weird and inappropriate. She never saw it that way.
Yeah, so Jillian said everything that I also got reading through these exchanges. This was a mentor mentee type of relationship, and that is how I believe that Erika viewed it, and clearly that is how Jillian viewed it. She straight up says, I viewed Erika like a big sister.
So, and here's the thing, a lot of people don't know what, like when they're younger, like 15-year-olds, they don't know what's inappropriate and what's not. They don't know that this is not okay. It is not okay. I don't care for no reason other than should a Christian girl be talking like this to a young girl? Like, period. Like, let's just pretend because you guys can't imagine any other world where Erika Kirk is not a saint. Let's just imagine that she's talking to a male her age. Is this becoming of a quote unquote Christian woman? No, it is not. It is not. So, but the fact of the matter is that she is still talking to a 15-year-old girl. And if you think this is appropriate for a 15-year-old girl, then hey, let your 15-year-old daughter talk to a 25-year-old man that way. Go ahead, go for it. Find it to be completely appropriate. Go for it.
And that all of the things that she said to encourage me and build me up drastically helped my self-esteem. And this is a girl whose self-esteem was absolutely in the toilet, and she clearly was struggling and was very lost and engaged in a lot of things that she should not have been engaged in. And again, seemed like she has little to no parenting happening.
Here comes the victim blaming again. She was engaged in things. Erika was saving this poor Jezebel. So anything that she does is acceptable and appropriate. If anything, Erika should have been like knowing that and reading through her profile and seeing all of those quote unquote inappropriate messages. Erika should have known, let me be careful with this one. Because I don't need to be engaging in this sort of like inappropriate sexual talk that she probably already engages with her friends. So to me, it seems like Erika was trying to be a cool girl, not, versus a cool mom, a cool girl, and just do God knows what with this girl. I can appreciate the sentiment of her being a mentor and helping this woman, that young lady out. But I firmly believe that you can do all of that without ever being inappropriate. It seems so, because what it is it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional and it's inappropriate. So even if Erika was her mentor, big sister, you still have a boundary with how you speak, right? I have young people in my life who call me their big sister, but I still don't joke about sexual things with them. I don't talk about inappropriate things with them. We have, we can joke about things, but it's never that. It's so inappropriate. And so even if she was her mentor, it doesn't justify the kind of conversations that she was having.
And so, yeah, it looks like Erika tried to kind of take her under her wing a little bit. Now, hindsight's 2020. Now being a parent with her own daughter, would she look back on this and probably say, yeah, I probably should have had some clearer boundaries in place? Probably. It's not like the brightest shining moment of her life, obviously. But at the end of the day, do I think that Erika Kirk had nefarious intentions here? Do I believe that she is sexually attracted to children? Absolutely not. That is such a ridiculously stretch of the imagination that it's not even funny. People are obsessed with Epstein right now and all of these files that dropped, and people are digging into them and they're reading some of the most horrific abuses that can happen to women and children. And so they are now combining that with their hatred of Erika Kirk.
Here we go. Here comes. You're crazy. Don't believe your eyes and ears. Don't believe your eyes and ears. Nobody said that she's sexually attracted to this girl because a lot of times you don't have to be, if you're actually grooming someone to be your, because grooming doesn't always mean that you're trying to sleep with them. That's not always what grooming means. People don't understand that term. Grooming means you could be grooming them to do anything. You could be grooming them to be as part of a modeling agency or an island situation. You could be grooming them for trafficking. You could be grooming them for all sorts of things, right? Um, you could be grooming them to do whatever you want. So there's a lot of like control tactics that come with grooming that have nothing to do with sex. Actually, it can just be, I'm going to groom this person so that they feel fearful of going against me, or making them feel I'm going to love bomb them in a way so that when I ask them to do something, they will say yes for me. I need you to do me this really big favor. Can you go take this photo and then, or meet up with this guy? I need you to do this. So grooming doesn't mean that you're always sexually attracted to children. That's such a weird connection to make, because I think we use that term solely in relation to pedophilia, but no.
And trying to morph it into something that it completely and totally is not.
Okay, so let me read you guys here's the Christian influencer who's like, this is breaking. Erika groomed a 15-year-old debunked. Context and facts matter. Brilliant investigative work done by Lisa Knows, who went through all of 15-year-old Jillian's social media posts and text exchanges with Erika and found that key details are being deliberately left out in an effort to reframe the relationship in a way that is intended to deceive. I actually don't need to look at I can actually just read one message and go, oh yeah, that's inappropriate. It is. Some of these things don't need context. This whole, what about the context of it? No, you said what you said. Sex, but not from you. I don't bat for the other team just yet. Why? In any context, that's inappropriate. Period. After watching this video, you will understand how half-truths, lies by omission, and deceptive framing can be used to string together and create a false narrative about a person. The left has used this tactic against President Trump, and
But
unfortunately,
Erika,
it works. Oops. Fortunately, it works. As someone who is in pageantry myself, what this girl points out in the video rings true. Oh, so you guys are all talking to little girls like that? You guys are all sending sexual messages to 15-year-olds? Tell me more. And actually, I believe that because, the pageantry world has connections to Epstein Island. So before you jump to conclusions based on pieces of information being presented to you on the internet, consider the full context and the information and come to your own informed conclusion. Yeah, I just had to read one message. And I've said this on the last video that I was in a position in my work before where I was actually the person that people came to for this kind of thing. And if I saw this text message from one of my younger personnel, between my younger personnel and an older personnel, they would have to be fired. One of those text messages. Please share this. This is David versus Goliath information war with powerful and coordinated forces that have large platforms and unlimited resources in their quest to destroy TPUSA, Trump's voter turnout machine, MAGA, and ultimately their big prize, President Trump himself. So this is what the Christian girlies are posting. They're now saying that this is an attack on MAGA. Well, you got that right, because apparently a lot of MAGA is in the Epstein files. So you got that right. So it's like, you guys, there are a lot of people who call themselves Christians who their Christianity stops at their conservatism or their republicanism, I should say, because I think Republicans and conservatives are different. So their Christianity stops at their republicanism, which means as long as a Republican's doing it, it's okay. You guys let me know what you think about this video. Don't forget to like this video on the way out. Oh, hold on, let me read this. Trump blanks his pants because Sasha Barbarelli kicked. Yep. Can't pull up up his. Yep. I know that about, yeah. Trump is all over the Epstein files. We know this. Sasha Riley, I actually have a video on that. I listened to Sasha Riley's interview, and I responded to it. Yes, we know that. We know that he's involved with this. Um, why doesn't anyone ever explore the connection regarding the fact that Epstein was initially hired as a private school teacher by Barr's dad? Hmm, that's interesting. Hmm, I will put that on my notes, my notes section. Hmm, that's a good question. Yeah, I think back then, so I have to be honest with you guys, I think Charlie didn't come to an awakening until about 6 or 7 months before his death. I think he was all in on the TPUSA MAGA Kool-Aid machine and didn't realize how um, how controlled Trump was or how controlled the United States was. And you have to remember that TPUSA wasn't taken as seriously as an organization until he that he won Trump that election. And then it was like, oh, you're too big. We can't have you influencing us, influencing people in a way that we don't like. So that's why all of that, those offers started coming in as well. Remember that? So I think they realized that Charlie Kirk was a great well, TPUSA and Charlie Kirk was a great organization with a lot of influence, and they realized that they better get a hold of that machine first before anybody else does. And by that point, Charlie was realizing how controlled Trump is, and to this day, I think we are not. We are occupied. We are an enemy occupied state. There's huh. There's a painting by Maria Farmer that shows Bill Barr on a couch with Epstein shirtless. Yeah, I think Charlie started to put all the pieces together before he died, and that's why they took him out. I think he started to see, you know what? There's some of these people are, and I wonder if he, started looking into his wife even. I do wonder if he started looking into her and going, something's not right here. But um, what we do know is that, you know, Erika Kirk is not who she says she is. And what I'm particularly interested in next week is Candace Owens made a comment in her second to last episode where she said their relationship wasn't the godly relationship that they portrayed it to be. And I want to know more about that. I am I want to know more about that because the things that have come out. Let me share this with you guys. Let me share this photo that everyone is posting. Um let me just share. There we go. Because she posted this right when I think they were still dating. Let me see. There we go. And she posted this April 15, 2018. What she order? Fish fillet. Really? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Who are you? It's just so Milo Yiannopoulos, of course, posted this and was like, "She's a lesbian." He always does that. She's a lesbian. She's gay. But I just thought this is so interesting. I just wonder how he, like Charlie the Virgin, kind of like meshed with this. I just have questions. Like, how did you guys get together? Because it seems like you guys were again unequally yoked, and I just have a lot of questions for Candace about how that actually happened because it doesn't seem like they were actually a good match spiritually. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live here and continue working on my Goyim video that I have to get out for you guys. Um, but yes, Christians are defending Erika Kirk. They love it. They don't care, just like they don't care when their husbands are PDF files and messing with young girls. They don't care. They just defend it. They use Bibles to cover it up. They victim blame, and that's exactly what they're doing in this situation. And it's actually sad and abominable. All right, you guys, don't forget to like this video on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Good questions. Why Charlie? Check out the Hollywood Association through Wexner, Spielberg, Tom Hanks, and Black Globe. Let me star that for afterwards. Put that in my notes. I will do that. All right, you guys, thank you so much.